So what is actually the difference when you hear this term old money neighborhood or new money neighborhood? I think a lot of people have these conversations and they're sort of surface level. They don't really understand what a true old money town and what the difference is with a new money town. I grew up in sort of a combination of a new money town and a little bit of old money, but it's right next to the oldest money town in all of Chicago. So I think I can speak on this. New money towns, probably the biggest difference is people are very focused on what you're currently doing. Like, where do you work, what you have achieved recently. It's less about your last name and like who you represent, because it's a social mobility mindset. So this is a little bit of sociology and less about real estate. In an old money town, people kind of know everybody's last name. They know how long and how many generations. It's called intergenerational wealth. So old money towns are very private. The transactions are private. How they buy and sell homes are private. New money towns, everything is a lot more in your face. More people posting stuff on Facebook, more people posting on Instagram, wanting to know what your exact job title is, because they want to make sure that if they need a connection or a favor, that you can do something for them. I know that's not like the best thing to hear, but as a former car salesman and someone who lives in these types of neighborhoods, this is truly a real thing. But it's very surface level, I think, when people throw those terms around. A new money town is definitely a very expensive town. People definitely make a lot of money, but it is a little more superficial, and it's based about hanging around with families that you know have like-minded careers. Old money towns, if you inherit like an old money house and your family came from money, and maybe you have a more understated job, you are not constantly asked about what you do. People sort of have like a respect for your privacy. And I would say, from working and living in both types of towns, this is very true. If you work with someone who's old money and you do what they tell them to do and you're involved in their business, they are very respectful people. They invite you to their country club. They invite you to their house. But in a new money town, it's kind of like if you're not an executive and your house is not a $2 million house, you actually will like get left out of invites and stuff like that. So I am not a real estate agent, but I know a lot of real estate agents, and it is a very surface level, judgmental business. They definitely do not mess around with people who cannot purchase their same type of luxury and taste. So surface level, old money towns and new money towns operate different, but I would say the old money towns have that old school respect that you don't get in a new money